Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness, Italy. And where we last left off, we had pretty much successfully pushed the Franco-Russian alliance, with Belgium and Great Britain kind of helping along, pretty much out of Italy. Of course, if we take a look at the geopolitical situation, it's not looking good. And these wars should be coming to a close relatively quickly, I would assume. I would bet that the Second Great War will end before the Great War, which is good. Because, you know, I mean, this one, I don't think it's going to influence us as much. Mainly because, you know, we're just kind of a member of the alliance. Nobody's really going for our territory. Although, to be fair, I don't think anyone's really going for Italian territory in either case. But the actual Great War capitulation itself could potentially cause some serious problems for good old Italy. But in the meantime, we're not going to really worry about that at the moment. My God, how bad? Okay. So we're going to take you and move you back. We'll definitely take you and move you back. Just get a little bit of healing done on those units that definitely need it, or on those armies that definitely need it. We're going to need at least that many there to put up a defense in case the Russians decide to push eastward. Let's see what we can do. It looks like we're not at war with Austria anymore. No, we definitely are. So I don't know why those guys aren't showing up as enemies. But let's see if we're able to hit them. The high militancy in Am-Tim-An, Wadia, has erupted into a statewide emergency as violent fighting and looting breaks out in the streets. The situation threatens to turn into a massacre unless something is done soon. Colonial police are standing by, ready to intervene. We will intervene immediately. And then, you know, drunken riots follow it up. That's just the way things are in Italy. I see what you're up to, you little Austrian army, you. We can probably do that relatively safely. We'll send you like so, you like so. Recently, the international community has become increasingly aware of the so-called plight of the poor oppressed people in Wadia. No, of course not. I just don't want to lose 100+ prestige at the moment. It's not gonna be helping old Italy. Cistern explodes. A fuel cistern at one of our refineries exploded today for reasons yet unknown, and the lives of 7 workers were claimed in the ensuing conflagration, along with thousands of dollars worth in company property. The refinery owner has washed his hands of any responsibility for the accident, claiming instead that government safety inspections have been lacking. It was not our fault if government safety inspections have been lacking, but we will seek to aid. I don't know if we have 500 fuel in stockpile. That doesn't really matter. How are things looking over here? We're almost clear in the east. Of course, there's probably going to be another push relatively soon from the Austrians. And in fact, looks like we got a push from the Russians. So let's do what we can. Yeah, we've reclaimed that, so we'll go like that. And we're wide open here, so we can push on into Nice, and then after that, into Frejus. And yes, my pronunciation is... Oh, we had a brief moment where Japan was looking for some sort of alliance help, but then decided against it. We will select the smaller of the two and send them up there into Turin to prevent the French from getting any further. Looks like the Russians are really wanting to make this a fight. Oh, good God. Well, that's not even going to help. 34,000 against 6,000 Belgians is a bit of an overkill. And we'll stick with it. Damn it. We have to send those troops in. I was hoping they could stay. Recapture Navarra. Get ourselves back to a good position, but today, it's not going to happen today. Trouble again over there. It's probably occupied by a bunch of enemy forces. That would be my guess anyway. There we go. Now we got a leader involved. We got more men. That should be fine. Let's take a brief moment to take a look at Africa. Yeah, we should have some armies kicking around here still. And we do. We'll send you down there. Open up a port, which would be a good thing to do. And then, I don't know. I don't know what we can do. Maybe push into British Africa, but you know, with this much occupied, I really don't think pushing into enemy occupied Africa would be a good idea. My god, what cool. You'll have to excuse me, I've had a tickle in the throat all day. I may wind up coughing into the microphone. If I do, 1,000 apologies. We do need to do something about stuff. I don't necessarily think we need to worry about military technology at the moment. We could probably do to get some commerce or culture. At this stage, increasing our reinforcement rate would probably be a good idea, and it shouldn't take us too long to pull that off. Alright, the elections of Italy. I'm sure the people are just absolutely thrilled. Yeah, how about you go down there and help? There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought, Russia. Can we catch you before you flee? Rebels have risen up in Spain. Well, Spain's mostly occupied, so I don't think we need to worry about that. We certainly won't be able to assist them. We are patriots, of course. Son of a bitch. Mortars, that'll be helpful. I'm gonna take a drink before I start reading. Italy has its share of problems, and as the current election gets underway, there is a sense among many that the current government is to blame, justified or not. That anger has instilled a sense that a regime change may be in the offering. Those who previously had never considered voting for another party than the one in power are now considering doing just that. We'll see. As the Italian election begins, there is a general sense that things are not going to proceed smoothly. A sense of change is in the air, and while not everyone wants that change, it seems that there are many who have leapt upon the election as a chance to make it happen. A recent riot in Rome has only barely kept under control, and debates elsewhere in Italy are threatening to erupt into further violence, as neither side is willing to budge. That's unfortunate. And as the Italian election begins, the people are all too keenly aware that the nation exists in a state of war. Debates in Rome rage over the state of war, though the overwhelming feeling is that now more than ever citizens should be supporting the Italian government. Don't know if that's actually true. Still, there are some who believe that now is the perfect time for a change. Of course. Their desire for change, though, I mean, I understand the desire for change, there's no question about that, but I don't necessarily know that we'll be able to make change happen. State capitalism. Definitely looks like the Austrians have been able to rally. At least some units. But we still have a strong enough military that we're able to sort of push them back. The black smoke pouring out from the pit in long, drawn-out billows reeks of coal and fire, and the intensity of the smell almost drowns out an undertone of burnt flesh. A horrid commotion breaks out as the survivors of the Great Explosion of 1907 scurry to save what is left of the coal mine. The seams in the coalfield lie, sleeping for centuries, embedded in pockets of methane. A carelessly lit lantern, a spark from a pick striking a rock, and a sea of hellfire. Good God, that sounds atrocious. I guess local management? At this stage, I want to keep the poor on my side, because, I mean, they're basically fighting for us. Right? So, speaking of, we're going to need another drink here. I do apologize for all the beverage breaks. That one was a bit of a long one. Sorry for all of the dead air. A fascist newspaper has begun circulating in one of our states. The paper, Italian Dawn, carries fiery denunciations of everything between heaven and earth, including, but certainly not limited to, communists, socialists, liberals, conservatives, foreigners, minorities, women, homosexuals, capitalists, deviants, and criminals. Who's left? While the paper carries a fair amount of vitriol, it does still manage to capitalize fairly well on several of the attitudes that are prevalent among fairly broad strata of our society. Whatever that says about Italian society. I'm going to suggest middle class. And there we go, Battle of Venice 1. And considering the way things are going to go, I have a feeling there's a very good chance we will be turning fascist at some point in the game. The Battle of Trent. Alright, I guess we probably should, although maybe more, this might help more. Well, 1850, yeah, let's do it. One more. We'll have it done by December. Oh yeah, that was an alright choice. I'm okay with that. Unemployment is still an important issue in Italy, but all our recent attempts to create new jobs have failed. We should try creating them instead of creating them. During the election of 1907, communists and fascists argued that their dogma is the only one that will work to the people. Communism is our only hope, fascism is our only hope. Social reform can be achieved without radicalism, which is true. We'll go fascist. Why not? Oh my god, we've got many choices, don't we? Excuse me. The Italian political parties have begun a nationwide election campaign. So far, the effects have been quite limited, but in the end, one party will gain the upper hand. Advisors state that we should try to influence the outcome ourselves. Oh, we got a lot of choices. Okay, let's take a look at the political tab. And the political parties. So, I mean, obviously, reactionary / fascists are the state capitalists, and that's really what I want. So, we'll go with the fascists, because they're new. State capitalism for the economic policy, and we're patriots. Right, where are you going? You are going into Brescia. We will follow. That is not good. Maybe we won't follow into Brescia. Maybe what we will do... Well, I guess that's the only way we're going to go. I hope we're able to eat through these 13,000, although what we could do is just send those guys, as soon as they can move, into this fight with the Russians. The emerging fascist party in one of our states has formed a paramilitary corps, organized with a military command chain, ideologically coherent, and ready to do the bidding of the fascist party leaders. The group is colloquially referred to as the Black Shirts, from the iconic militaresque shirts that they have taken to wearing. This trend is new to Italian politics, and some fear that it might lead to a chain reaction. Leave them be. Oh, we can send both armies in? Let's do it. Whistle stop tour. Yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling the way we're rolling. Alright, we actually won that battle in Milan. That's perfect. Let's send those guys that way, and those guys that way. You're going into Milan now? You know, we're going to catch you eventually. We want to battle in Udine. We will, let's see. It's a toss-up between the two. We will go with, we essentially endorse full citizenship. And we will take you and send you into Treviso to attempt to retake it. Look at this. I got freaking 60,000 troops sitting here just bleeding attrition because I'm not paying attention. We'll send you into Phrygia and you up there. There we go. And that's good. So we can send you around, leaving the first ready to intervene in case Austrians cross the border again. Leave the tariffs where they are. Let's not even bother about it. Let's see. We'll take you and send you that way. Well, the other army, you can go into Turin for now. We'll shoulder some of the responsibility. Just a small prestige hit. Nothing we can't handle. Looks like we lost one battle somewhere. Where? I'm gonna guess... in Africa. Let's take you and pull you back and just try and keep this area ours for now. Alright, that's a win in Parma. I like that. You're going up there. That's perfect. We'll send you down that way, and we'll send you that way. So far, the war has dominated talk in the elections with a number of jingoistic politicians rousing the people with fiery speeches. We must protect Italy, they cry. Italy must be mighty. Seems they are being listened to. We'll encourage them. State capitalism. Oh, it's that the tide of that battle is turning. The high militancy in intervene immediately. One of our colonies is causing us issues. Surprise, surprise. Glorious victory in Turin. Let's start pushing outward, shall we? I figure if I leave the 7th Army to kind of just sit here and prevent other armies from coming in, we should be okay. I mean, we let 6,000 men in, but I'm not worried about 6,000 Frenchmen walking around Italy. I mean, I probably should be, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Some measure of secularization? It doesn't really look like it. Secularization first. Screw it. Let's throw caution to the wind and try some social engineering while we are attacking people in a great war. And that's clear, so let's go this way. Don't even think about it, Bosnia. I think that's Bosnia, right? Bosnia-Herzegovina. Exactly. We'll deal with it if it becomes a problem. Nice middle-of-the-road answer. Okay, well, we'll take care of you. Oh, perfect. We'll switch over to industry now. Maybe get an integral rail system or electrical power generation. That might not be a bad idea. Synthetic polymers. Ooh, that might help. Let's go that. Let's go that route, shall we? It's going to take us a little while, but hey, we'll deal. Like we always do. Tensions in Darfur have been running high for quite some time, but lately there seems to have been a change in the wind. Things seem calmer in the area. Excellent! Apparently the colonies don't mind being occupied, which I'm not exactly sure how to take that, but we'll take it in a way. Looks like we've got a new ruling party with 54% of the votes. The upper house is rearranged, and we've got howitzers, which sound like fun. Let's take a look at these guys. Not at all what I wanted, but, you know, it's fine. We've got quite a few fascists in the upper house. Perhaps that'll translate into a state capitalist society at some point. We will find out. Let's see. Who's looking the best, the strongest out of this? You can go into Turin. How can we have a crisis going on right now? Yeah, I'm not surprised nobody's interested. We've got two great wars going on right now. Nobody really cares to get involved in international crises. Barricades have been erected on Main Street and bakery shop windows have been smashed following spontaneous outbursts of looting. Food shortages are becoming ever more widespread in Italy and pent-up anger is spilling out into the streets. Many blame our government's protectionist policies for the failures in the food market, and some are even calling for the cabinet to resign. We have two options for handling this crisis. Either we reshuffle the cabinet and hope to placate public opinion, or we bide our time and trust that our protectionist policies will be proven right in the long run. Let's reshuffle the cabinet. Considering we just had an election, it might not be the smartest idea to just let things wait. News reaches us from Persia that they have decided to allow foreigners to try to be tried according to the laws of their native countries. Well, that's great. Thank you, Persia. It's nice to know you'll be enforcing Italian law and not crazy Persian law. Okay, so we'll clear that. We'll get rid... No, stay in Trent. We need to retake that. Once we retake that, we'll be able to push in. Okay, Battle of Milan, fine. Well, oh, no. Well, victory. It looks like we beat Mexico and Canada. Let's push forward. War with Mexico? Huh. So I guess the US is involved too then, right? No. Okay, well I'm not sure how Mexico got involved in this war. What the heck is going on in Haiti? A bull market, really? Who are you? Who are you? Travanacore? Satellite of the UK. What are you doing in Haiti? Craziness. Alright, well, that sucks. Things are finally going badly in North America. Conservatives declare victory. We have one cruiser here, and they have 8 transports. Face the math. The math. Wow. Face the wrath of the mighty North American squadron. A major crash on the... We just had a bull market. I guess that's kind of realistic, isn't it? A major crash on the Rome stock market has devolved into something much worse entirely, following massive bank runs triggered by plummeting savers' confidence in the banking sector. As people scramble to secure their life savings, more and more banks and credit institutions fail, triggering domino effects, affecting the entire Italian financial sector. The ripples from the crash soon spread to other sectors of private industry as loans are defaulted and savings vanish seemingly into thin air. Widespread unemployment caused by entire sectors of industry Widespread unemployment caused by entire sectors of industry failing almost overnight soon follow. With the intertwining of the economies of the Western world, the crisis quickly spreads to other countries, and the effects of the crash now reverberate around the world in what will be known to posterity as the 1908 Great Depression. Italy gets Great Depression until 1918, screwing everybody up. Thanks a lot, London. You know, this is probably why we're at war with you. Oh. Well, but that's a good old-fashioned sail ship of the line. Our cruiser should be able to really dominate that. We could definitely use some better channels of information. People should be free to drink. The Royal Geographic Society has announced that an award will be presented to the first expedition that reaches the South Pole. Seems like an odd time to do it, but we will send people there to spread the word of how mighty Italy is. Italian Red Guards. That's not exactly a good thing. I'm guessing most of the Canadians fled into San Pedro. Yeah, the party's work is not... Well, I guess I should read this. The Fascist Party has begun organizing soup kitchens for the unemployed in one of our states, citing the need to protect and preserve the pure-born Italian industrial workers from the ravages of international capitalism. Several other parties, along with leading liberal and conservative dailies, have expressed sharp criticism of the party's work, claiming that it, in the end, amounts to little less than bribery and the buying of voter support. The fascists themselves do not seem overly concerned about these accusations. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll go that route. It'll make the poor a little more fascist, which is fine. Let's do this. We're on to you, Canada. Make it. Yes! Quantum theory. Yay, research points. We'll be able to get our synthetic polymers out much, much quicker. Excellent. Did we sink their ships? Let us hope so. Parma has been electrified. That is good news. Alright, let's come back to Europe because we do have issues here in Europe. Really, we can't go here? Like across that blue line? I guess not. And it so rightly has been stated, what a tangled web we weave. Bloody reactionaries. I don't think we have many reforms, but I don't necessarily want to scale any of them back. Tensions in Hispaniola, of course not. Tensions are dissipating. That's good. My word, we have a lot of forces here. Okay, let's take you two like that. And then let's start pushing further into France, shall we? There we go. Feels good to be making movement on the Western Front again. And who knows, maybe that'll mean good things. Sorry. Maybe that'll mean good things for Italy. We'll shoulder the responsibility again. We are making a relatively decent amount of prestige. We're third in the world for prestige, so we might as well spend a little bit while we've got it. Oh, that caused you to flee, didn't it, Austria? Yeah. Right, well, let's just go there then. And we'll follow you, and we will send you up like that, and up like that. Which this army can reinforce that attack once we wipe out those Russians. Which we have. So let's go that way, and you can retake that land. Perfect. Let's fight the Portuguese and move on into Innsbruck then. Let's pause again. Mbenza. We're actually holding our own out here. That's good. Okay, let's see. Keep going. Although it looks like that French army's coming down to retake things. So let's stay there. Wait till they get into Anansi, and then we can go after them. Followed up, of course, with push back into Italy, but that's okay, because we're still making forward progress, and that's really all that matters. Okay, we'll do that. Nitrates. Lovely. What do we got? 36,000 men. We'll send you up that way. And we'll take this other army and send them down that way. And we'll keep pushing this way. In fact, how close are we to Paris? We're still a long way from Paris. But we could start pushing north to go towards Paris. And at the very least, that'll draw the attention of the French armies, theoretically, to come after us. Another beverage break. One of our provinces has been making quite a name for itself in the cement industry over the past few years. What started out as small-time production in a family business has now grown to an industry big enough to support the entire region, and the name Standard Italian Cement, or SICK, is becoming a household name. Cement recipes from the province are being admired and imitated across the world. Social responsibility or profit. We don't really need the money, so we'll just go with the social responsibility and help some people out. Okay, let's keep our focus. Alright, we'll go after you. I really do want to take some Italian land. We should be able to pull this off. Although, really, that makes more sense. There we go, yes, that does make more sense. Battle there. 1. We'll take you out, too. And not to a nice dinner, you French army bastards. Alright, that's all clear. Good. I would like to, before I end this episode, get all these little armies out of my nation. That's the dream. We've almost got limbs captured, that's good. Why, Britain, did you just show up with more armies? This is not fun, army stomping like this. The Spanish government has been toppled, and the rebels blame Italian influence as one of the primary causes of the old regime's corruption. We have lost our influence in Carlist Spain as a result, and the only question that remains is whether we wish to press our claim by force. They're not worth it. 1. 2, we don't have the ability to press any claim by force. So, what are you doing? Can we even... No, we don't have access into Switzerland. That's fine. Let's head north into Dijon. What do we got here, Carla Spain? You want military access with us? Okay, that's fine. I guess they're still in our sphere, they're just not allied with us. So, there we go. Problem solved. Spain's our friend again. I mean, not for much longer, but they do like us. Okay, let's take you down here. Freaking French. A fascist newspaper that we give to the middle classes, because I think the first one went to the working classes. I could be wrong about that, and ultimately it doesn't really matter one way or the other who's reading it. Let's see. Well, let's link up with our Spanish friends. And the quickest way to do that would be to do something like that. They must stop infringing on freedoms, because that's a dick move for a government to do. You thought you'd get a quick, easy victory there, did you, Britain? I don't know about that. Let me know how that works out for you. Because something tells me it's not going to work out well for you. Yeah, it didn't, did it? Did it, Britain? No. Alright, we'll take the Third Army and send them into Gorizia. Okay, I get it. We're winning a bunch of battles. It's wonderful. Let's check on things. How is things going down here? Good enough. I mean, we've got our defensive position, and really that's all that matters. And once we are able to what have you got here? You've got a cruiser here? Damn, we should send you down to the fleet. And then we can, you know, once we get San Pedro Sula back under our control, we'll be able to send the American army into Haiti and secure that as well. Okay, we've almost got Italy cleared of foreign troops. Almost. That's good there. Let's pause, because we need to send you back down to take care of the Franco-Belgians. And we will claim that before they claim that, so then we can send them up. Political violence has claimed several lives in one of our states as fascist paramilitaries stormed the headquarters of the local Liberal Party yesterday, killing 3 and wounding several more. Maybe my encouragement of fascism isn't the best idea. The actions have been met with reaction during the night as fascists, socialists, and citizen guards engage in street fighting throughout. The situation has exploded out of a relative calm, and many of the citizens in the state are angry, afraid, and concerned about where the country is headed, with several suggesting increased police budgets as a mean to ensure state control. We could declare martial law and send in the troops, or issue a national apology to the Liberal Party for the state's failure in protecting them. That seems like a better bet. Well, now let's just make people fascist. We have lived in Italy our entire lives. We've arrived here as children, and we speak no other language and know no other way. Yet we are not Italian citizens. Italian immigration policies currently make it impossible for someone not born in this country to become a citizen. And yet recently the question has arisen whether the government should re-examine this policy. I don't agree with the policy, but I'm going to be honest, it's not really the time. Although, we'll consider it, because otherwise, people are going to get pissed off. Prices are collapsing, black shirts, and all this other stuff. Not good things. Not good things at all. Let's go take care of the Brits there. Almost got them out. Okay, battle 1 there, good, and in Macon as well, wonderful. We will continue sending you north, and we will send you into Lens. There we go, look at that. Udine are gone, except they're not, so let's remove them. In the meantime, let's do this. Meteor strikes Tunguska. Craziness. Hopefully that causes them to leave the war. The tortured scream made the whole factory stop. The man pulled and pulled so that the machine would let go of his badly wounded arm. When the machine reluctantly spat out his arm, he fell unconscious to the ground. His colleagues flocked around him, and the foreman had to tell them twice to get out of the way and get back to work. The wounded man was carried out while the silent crowd resumed its work. There clearly needs to be safety inspections. I don't care where you're from, nobody should lose their arm while at work. Send you that way. New upper house. Fascists are almost at 25%. Okay, we'll take you and send you north. That's going to take forever for you to recapture, and we'll take you down there to go after those Brits. And then, fucking Canadians and Mexicans have made a landing in Sardinia. There's not much that can be done about that. But what we can do is get ourselves ready for our return to Haiti, and that's where I'll leave the episode. Once we get landed in Port-au-Prince. Oh, perfect. Jacobin rebels rising up all across my colonies should actually make life a bit difficult for occupying forces. They're also rising up in Italy proper, which should make life difficult for me. Well done, Jacobins. I think that's where I'm going to leave the episode today. Hopefully next time, my voice is feeling a bit stronger. I don't have to take so many breaks to hydrate. So, things aren't going as well as they could be, but they're not going as poorly as they could be either. Rebellion aside, of course. That's just going to be a pain to have to fight through. Anyway, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.